Hey, what's up, guys? Travis T here. I got a new early access preview for you. We're gonna be checking out Darkwood. It's a top-down sandbox survival horror game from the guys over at Acid Wizard Studios. Let's hop into the game. Talk a little bit about the features and what's to come. All right, now this game is in early access, so what you see here is an unfinished version of the game. More features are to be added and/or taken away in the future. So, like I said, it's a top-down survival horror, and even though it's top-down, it's still pretty freaky. The game has literally already made me jump a few times. The story, from what I've gathered so far, is you're in the woods somewhere in the Soviet bloc territory, and you must scavenge and try to discover the truth about what happened. The game is hard, to say the least. While scavenging and trying to survive, you're also, as it kind of feels to me, hunted by creatures lurking in the darkness. The game very much lives up to its name, with it being very dark. You're limited to like a tunnel type vision, with the ability to see slightly through your peripheral vision on the sides. And I think this adds a very creepy and realistic aspect to the game, considering you can't see what's behind you. You know, like a paranoia starts to grow inside you, and after dying a few times, you learn to kind of check your corners and watch your back a little more. Uh, Also, sometimes running and hiding is a way better option than staying and fighting. And making that decision quickly can actually save your life too. Uh, Now the crafting in the game is pretty basic right now. If you have the required materials, the item you can craft will just show up, and clicking on it will start the crafting process. There's no survival book with recipes telling what you need or anything like that. This you kind of all have to discover and figure out on your own. Or you can cheat and go to the wiki, but no one does that, right? When I first started the game, it took me some trial and error to figure it out, but after a while, it's pretty easy. Uh, you just have to know what to keep, what to throw away when your inventory is full. So there is a little bit of inventory maintenance. Your character does level up too, which offers you the ability to like add skills and perks to your character that can really help you against the enemies and decaying at night. There's also NPCs that you come across in the game, which gives you another big decision to make. Because you can talk to these guys, you can trade with them, they can send you on small, short missions. You can even decide to kill them if you feel that's necessary. Uh, the weapons, from what I've seen, can be gathered or crafted. If you have the necessary stuff, you can make a melee weapon, or you just might get lucky and find something that's already made. The loot seems to be completely random though. Sometimes you come up completely empty, and you could get real lucky and find a secret with lots of great loot, or find a secret with lots of enemies. Overall, it's going to take time, and you just got to accept the fact that you're probably going to die a lot. Best advice I can give to new people would be to avoid the enemies at all costs until you have a decent weapon. Because most of them, they have real strong attacks, and they're very difficult to take down. They can be easily avoided though, and tricked. I lured two enemies outside of a house, and then I circled around the house, got back to the front door, and I ran in and closed it. I didn't move for like 30 seconds, and everything was fine. I got to search the house for loot, and when I left, I just opened the door and bolted straight towards my base. So you'll find different techniques to avoiding and even fighting the enemies. You can also barricade yourself inside a house if needed to avoid enemies, or to just survive the night. Now the game is single player only, and I see no real possibility of them adding a multiplayer. I do see a lot of people talking about co-op for the game, but this early on in development, I think it's better they probably just focus on the main game and the bugs, even though the co-op would be really fun. Now, I definitely think this game is worth it, and I look forward to the future updates and especially extra content. So people, if you're a fan, you like survival games, and you like a real good challenge, this is probably right up your alley. Be sure to check it out on Steam. As always, I'll leave a link in the description below to the store page. I hope you guys all enjoyed this quick preview, and as always, happy gaming.